There are many similarities between the Cold War era and the huge security challenges these days in Europe and Asia. Is the world on the verge of another Cold War? Yes, or at least this is what US believes. Let's have a look. The Ukraine war has already changed many calculations in Europe and even Asia, and as the time passes, new, more grave consequences will also show up. The main similarities between current situation and the Cold War that ended 3 decades ago is that US is again feeling that its superior hegemony is under threat and tries to form a coalition of allies to counter its main competitors. Also, we are constantly hearing threats of a nuclear war between the two sides, while the world had not seen these kinds of rhetorics for more than 3 decades. This time though, not Moscow but Beijing is seen as the main threat in White House. Actually, China and Russia share mutual roles in confronting US and posing danger. It doesn't matter how Russia and China see this situation. From America's perspective, all threats are connected to each other, from Ukraine to Taiwan, exactly like how they saw things during the Cold War, when the Vietnam War, in Washington's eyes, was totally in connection to the Berlin Wall. So in this situation, the best working mechanism for US is to form a powerful coalition of the so-called democracies, not only in Europe but even in Asia. For example, with the support of Japan and South Korea. These countries welcome it, as we saw during the Biden's visit to this region. But other differences from older Cold War is that now there are much more powers around the world, that their positions could be vital in any confrontation. Pakistan has already been resolved by replacing a pro-American Prime Minister with Imran Khan, which was closer to Russia and China. But India, here is an exceptional case. Despite fragile relations with China, Modi's government is now even closer to Russia after the Ukraine war, and they plan to purchase more oil and weapons from Moscow. So this time it's much more harder for US to form that coalition. There is also Iran in the middle of this story, and the more it gets frustrated with any deal, the more it moves towards China and Russia. And Iran's role in the Middle East could not be underestimated. If China really decides to invade Taiwan, which by the way I don't see it happening, the new Cold War will officially be completed. Though in White House perspective, China would eventually do that. As US strives to form a new coalition, in long term no country could stay in the middle of this Cold War. They have to choose a side, and that is going to be problematic for US, considering positions of some states like Brazil, India, or even Turkey and Israel. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and write your opinion down in the comments.